Hi guys, and welcome back to a very exciting vlog, because today I am at Frickley International Horse Trials, which this has been one of those events that I have come to for so many years as a spectator, and it is my very first year actually running here, which I'm so excited about. So we've just got here, Jay's just taken Percy for a walk to settle him, and we've already seen Andrew Hoy doing dressage, Susie Berry in the car park. Like, this is my first sort of big event. It is also a qualifier course. I'm not running the qualifier, I am just running normal B80, but it's the qualifier for Bremen. So it's a bit of a beefier course, there's more questions, and yeah, just really excited. So we'll see how today goes. Definitely our biggest sort of event so far, and possibly our last B80 before we step up looking at the end of this month, but we'll see how today goes anyway. So, getting ready for dressage. We're riding B91 today, so really looking forward to that. It's a really nice test, and I know this one, touch wood.
Yeah, it's like something with massage effect. Oh my god.
Because you're so round at the minute. Do you feel better now?
You should be nice.
Between canter. Yeah, I do know it. I just like to check in case I've learnt the wrong one. You ready, Mr. Pig? Let's go walkies. Apparently Robbie knows where we're going.
Well, I did see a lot of people taking them not direct.
Or squidge pants. So it was a little bit of a trek to the dressage. Basically, at Frickley there are two dressage arenas. There's a main arena, which is the long format, normally by sort of the show jumping and by the house and everything, and then there's some more dressage arenas that are kind of like hidden, so you go through the woods and over. Luckily we're used to Epworth, so we're used to a bit of a hack before we get to the warm-up. And again, the warm-up was a little bit rutty, a little bit up and down. So I started by getting Percy to go a little bit long and low, to try and get him to relax, because my comments are always tight in the frame or not working over the back, because he does get a little bit tense for the dressage phase. He's listening. I'm not getting him working fully around yet, but it's quite hard when you're going like this. Yeah, very rusty. I'm just scared to do too much with him overreaching a bit.
What?
It's alright, but I'll give him a walk and then we'll do some more later. His canter's nice.
Like,
I know.
anyway.
I know. Give him a walk and a chill and a... But he's listening and he's not lazy. So... What are you thinking? What are you thinking, Rachel?
It's this to me.
And the other?
It's rapping.
Yeah. And a good boy. Go for walkies. Okay, so BE91, here we come. I do not have the judges' comments with me, so I apologise, but you guys can guess what I got and what the comments were. So down the centre line and then tracking right. Then at B, we're going to circle 20 metres diameter. And Percy felt really nice during this test, actually. He has become a little bit more consistent in his dressage recently. I think because of the way he's built quite, uphill. But he does have quite a high neck carriage that can sometimes knock down our marks a little bit. And then after this, we trot round to K. Which honestly, any sort of trot movements in my dressage always feel like the longest time, because typically Percy can be lazy, and then we do a change of rein, which is where he goes so nicely across the long diagonal, because he thinks I'm about to ask him for medium. So then obviously we change the rein and then go into canter. Not the best upwards transition from him there, a little bit late, a little bit lazy, and then he does come up in the frame during this 20-metre circle. But for Percy, we've kind of been working on his canter a little bit and getting him a bit more connected in the canter. So this is actually much, much better for him. And then we canter around to A, where we go down to trot and a little bit up in the downward transition there again, but he actually came down quite quickly afterwards, so I was really happy with that. And then another 20-metre circle. This test, honestly, feels like you're doing just circle after circle after circle, which we don't mind, and a lot of the BE 90 tests are a lot of 20-metre circles, which, to be fair to Percy, he tends to do pretty well. And also it really, really helps when you're on grass like this and you're a little bit later on in the day, because you can see where everyone else is rode, so it's like they've marked it all out for you, which is quite nice. Then we changed our rein, and then he did get a little bit faster. He was like, ask me for medium. I was like, we're not doing BD. He hasn't actually done any BD for a few weeks now, but yeah, he's still kind of anticipating medium a little bit, as you can tell. And then onto the canter. So his right canter is always his better canter. So normally I like it when that's the first one, because it settles him a little bit. But then, yeah, onto this canter, and a much nicer, more consistent 20-metre circle there from us. And yeah, I was really quite pleased with this test, to be honest. That downwards transition was horrible, and it was right in front of the judge. We will be working on our canter downwards transitions. He tends to get a little bit heavy in my hand when he knows I'm going to ask for downwards, and then can run. Then this is our walk, which is just change of rein across the middle of the school, which is quite nice. Percy tends to do quite a good walk. Sometimes I can chase him a little bit in the walk because I feel like he's going too slowly, but actually I thought that was fine. And then into the trot, a nice upwards transition there, and then down the centre line for our halt. Let's see how we do in the halt. It's actually been a little while since I rode this test, I can't actually remember. But yeah, a nice square-ish halt. That hind left was a little bit underneath him there. But there we go, that was the dressage. That is the slightly more boring section done.
Going back to the fighting. So they're done.
Percy and George having a little doddle back.
Like centre back. Come back.
And she looks happy.
Yeah.
That's a start.
Yeah, yeah. So
Percy looks like he's on a Sunday morning leisurely stroll.
I knew the brand it. I
I think that went quite well. Don't give me that face.
It was the transition right in front of the judge.
I know, but when he broke from canter early, I was like, you little shit.
Why do
if he's going to do it, he's going to do it. But the rest of them were better.
Yeah, they were.
The rest of them were a lot better. His upwards were nicer. Every time we went down the long diagonal, he was like, and medium? I was like, no medium, no.
Yeah, and it's like, medium top, please.
But he's really nice, because I know when I'm coming across diagonal, I'm like, don't put any leg on.
Yeah.
Sit, look pretty. And then I was like, and then you get to the corner, you're like, now the leg. But no, I thought he was good. He was quite forward. I wasn't having to put loads and loads of leg on, but he wasn't like
dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was better.
It's nice rhythm again.
Yeah. Yeah, he did. He kept in a really nice rhythm. I know one of them has. We'll ignore that. Yeah. My 20-metre circle's got a little eggy, but at one point I was like, oh, not meant to go this far down. He just wants to go to cross country. Look at him. It's like, I'm off. Stop talking. I have things to do, places to be.
Yeah, it's a transition, right?
So no one wants to do predictions, but I'm going to force them to. I think, courtesy of our terrible break from canter that was slightly early, I'm going 34. There were a lot of really nice ponies there, and I just think it's going to be a harshly judged today. So I'm doing 34. Jade's going to try and ignore me.
I'm going to go 32 because you're always harsh on yourself.
Okay. And apparently Lucy just didn't watch. So
from what I've seen, 32. I'll go in the middle.
She went 32.
33. Jade went 32. I moved 32.
Robin.
I'm going 33 points something.
Right, will you go 33 points on then? You need to tell me what the point is.
33.5.
33.5. Okay.
But
Yeah.
I did watch it through a screen that's like this big, so
I'm probably an
could have been shocking.
overexposed screen.
He's probably just like a snowball floating around in a arena.
But yeah, no, it was a nice test. Definitely.
Was your whole square from where it wasn't slanted, was it? Because it looked square on the floor.
It looked square. It felt
Your
square.
halt was square, but
Did he
as
adjust?
you came down to your halt, he saw his hindquarters in and then squared off.
Oh, what does that count as? Square or not square?
That'll probably be centre line.
Yeah, he
The
normally
halt was square.
The whole was square, but the centre line wasn't. We don't know. We'll see. We'll see when we get the test. Percy is currently having
Meltdown.
a meltdown. So there are pigs on the other side of the box, and they are making squealing noises. Not like we've not got two pet pigs at home, but yeah, he's not happy about
They
it.
sound like they're getting murdered.
They do sound like they're getting murdered. To be fair, is there an abattoir at Frickley? They definitely do sound like they're getting. They're literally there. I'm not looking in the viewfinder at all today, so if any of this is not actually on camera, I apologise. So yeah, Percy's not happy, but he is eating, so
It was.
it was. He's now decided against.
Managed.
Where are you looking?
Oh, this can't take me anywhere. Getting all
At least I didn't point the camera at him.
It was.
No nudity on this channel, people.
PG.
So we've abandoned Jade and we're going to find food because we've got 2 hours until show jumping. So we can smell food, just can't see food yet.
Sniffer dogs.
Sniff it out. So food has been found right next to the show jumping. I've decided I'm going to be sick if I eat anything, but these two. What are you doing? Every time I point a camera at you, do you do something?
Show me dirty socks and scream.
So, show jumping next. It's quite a nice course, to be fair. It's all the show jumps that we had at Epworth BE. So it's the Mosswood jump. So he's actually seen the jumps before, which gives me a lot more confidence. We've recently been taking him out show jumping, doing like 85, 90, just to give us both a bit more confidence because it is our weakest phase. So hopefully they'll feel quite small today. But he has been really, really good. Talking to Port Royal this week. Because previously we had a few issues with stopping, didn't we, Percy Piglet? But hopefully none of that today. Good lad. It is quite a nice course. There's just one roll back and one double. Doubles tend to be where we have a pole, so I'm just going to sit up and hopefully not have a pole. But yeah, looking forward to it. I know the course, I think, hopefully. And it'll be exciting to jump in front of the house. Definitely something I've always dreamt of doing. Do you want me to grab that, Jay? You're just doing it blind. Good boy. We've popped the red on his ears because he's not the best with horses coming towards him in canter, so hopefully we'll have a nice chilled warm up. Good boy. Excuse you. Yes. Fine. Ooh.
Where's it?
Ta. Ta. Got him? Yeah. I feel sick now. the ice cream. I shouldn't have had ice cream. There's quite a few to go. So I do the same thing every single time. Percy is not good on a long warm up in show jumping, but I rock up on my time, especially when show jumping is a little bit further away, like you cannot see this at all from the lorry park, so I always get worried that I'll be late. So I rock up on time and they're always running behind, and then here I think I had like 6 to go and a break in between, so that's never great for us because A, I get more nervous in my show jumping, and B, Percy gets more worked up. He was definitely feeling very energetic, very bubbly, which is what I like. I like to have him like a little rocket underneath me for show jumping. But yeah, he was like, let me at him, and I was walking around for 15 minutes and it's like, this is not the plan. So yeah, something we need to work on for next season is show jumping times. Places where I can literally see the warm up from the lorry park are great because I know how many I've got in front of me. But yeah, big events like this, when you are so stretched out, a bit more difficult. Steady, wait. He's pinging.
Good.
He's dragging me to them. I'm not going to do any more now.
Halfway through.
He says this is a proper event.
This is what I've been telling you about. Oh, you might need to get my mic off me, Jane. Now, Percy warmed up beautifully, but sadly the rider before me had quite a lot of issues in the ring. They had some stops, they lost a bridle, it just all kind of didn't go to plan, and that actually upset Percy a lot because it was a child and they were very upset. So he doesn't do well in those situations, so that was possibly the worst thing that could happen to us just before we went in. So he went from really confident and he didn't even want to go in the gate when we actually started show jumping. But I do think we pulled it back together quite well to say those were the circumstances. So he did back off a little bit, a few fences, but for Percy, this was actually a very good show jumping round. I was very, very proud of him. It was a big environment. There were a lot of people around. He did knock 2 poles, so we had 8 penalties, but I was over the moon. And we are straight into cross country, guys. Sorry, there just wasn't any time to film in between. So let's head out on that course.
Go! Good luck. Good luck.
Jade now walking home from 7.
definitely a bigger course than we're used to, a bit more technical, and Percy really helped me out, especially after that water. Coming into this fence, I don't know what I'd got in my head about this fence, but I didn't like it. And he then kind of went, oh, I could just go left, and I was like, do you know what, yeah, you can. So this was entirely my fault. If I'd have ridden it and got my leg on when he showed a bit of hesitation, he'd have been fine. To be honest, I just wasn't 100%, but then look at him, he just flew it. He's such a good boy. I absolutely adore this horse. He just looks after me out there, and honestly, I did not ride this perfectly today, which I'll explain at the end, but he just made it feel so easy. The waters, he was like, I am trotting through water today. I was like, you know what? If you want to trot, you trot. We didn't really push for time, and it definitely was a longer and bigger course than what he's done in a while. So yeah, I was just really happy with him today. And to be riding around Frickley is just a dream come true.
Go! Good boy!
I am so orange. Oh, I'm so red. So, cross country done. We did have one technical stop. It was more of a Percy went, I could go left here, and I was like, you could. And I could have corrected it, but I didn't. So it was my fault. It was the one fence I didn't really want to jump. So I think I just completely fed into it, and we came back round and represented, and he was fine. I just had this entire field to look at it, and he just kept kind of going left, and I was like, yeah, okay. So it was my fault, but do you know what? He did done me so proud. It was a definite step up from the courses we've ran, and he did me so proud. I think we need to be a little bit fitter. I ran out of puff, and up to about fence 12 I could feel him start to run out a little bit, but he was so good. And those first few fences we had the best feeling over. Like fence 3 was the biggest, and he just popped it, not without a thought. So yeah, really proud of him. He's currently being walked off by Jade. We've just bathed him, popped his ice boots on, so he's having a walk off now. I'm sorting myself out because honestly I feel sick. I am yeah, normally I come off cross country and I am elated, I'm absolutely elated, but I don't feel great, not gonna lie. So I'm just getting the box ready and just having a moment. But yeah, I was so happy with him. He really did work his heart out for me today. Work his heart? I don't know what I'm saying. Words are, yeah. But basically, really pleased with him. Can't believe we ran and completed at Frickley. It might not be the best day on paper, but my God, what an amazing experience. So guys, it is actually now the next day, and I have processed Frickley. What an amazing event it was. Honestly, I've wanted to run Frickley for years, so to have done that was just insane. I just want to kind of update you all on why I was so happy to run and why I feel like I didn't give it 100%. So if anyone has seen my previous video, which will have gone up just before this one, I will have updated you on basically everything that's going on in my life, which to be honest recently has not been great. Danny's been ill, I've been ill, and I've had a lot of family stuff going on with ill relatives. Like there's just been a lot of illness. And the day I ran Frickley, I had pretty much non-stop migraines for 2 weeks. So to go and have done it at all was really an amazing achievement, and I'm really proud of myself that I still did it and I still stuck to my guns. Was I in the right frame of mind? Probably not. And I think after we had the poles show jumping, I was just like, do you know what, Georgia, just go and enjoy yourself. And I took a bit of pressure off, and I kind of just ran the cross country. Like the stop was all my fault, I just didn't ride it, and I just went and had a good time. And do you know what, sometimes you just need to go and not be competitive and just listen to yourself I always listen to Percy, and if he ever told me it wasn't his day, then we wouldn't do it, or we'd do it at a slower rate, or whatever he needed. And I needed that this week. And I think that's quite rare as riders, that we listen to ourselves. And I knew I couldn't. I literally ran out of steam by, I think, about fence 12. I was like, I could have retired, and I could have been happy to have retired there, because I didn't feel 100%. But I'd have been annoyed with myself, because I wanted to jump those jumps. I wanted to get over everything, and I'm so glad I did, and I'm so glad I finished, because I had that amazing adrenaline buzz from finishing cross country. So although perhaps on paper, like, it wasn't a successful event, most would say, looking at it sort of that way, you know, we didn't get placed, we didn't end on a particularly amazing score, but for me, that was the best event probably so far. I mean, Buckminster is definitely on par when we went double clear and he came second and everything, because that was an amazing experience. But actually, I enjoyed yesterday just as much, having not particularly done well, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know, I just wanted to kind of add that in here, because I know a lot of eventers sort of, obviously we all do it because we love it, but there's also very much a competitive side to it, and sometimes you have to take that out of the equation and just have a good day. Like, and I had the best day ever. I know Percy did. He loved going around that cross country. And we are actually, our next event is actually a B90, so we are actually stepping up for our next event, which some people said to me, but you didn't make time at Frickley, and I'm like, yeah, but I didn't try to make time at Frickley, to be honest with you. And Frickley is a much bigger course than what I'm jumping for my first B90 in terms of like the area and the fields and everything. Like, I am running my first B90 at Epworth, which is flat ground, it's one big field, and I know the course really well. So I'm not pushing him out of my comfort zone or his comfort zone, particularly apart from the fact that we're running a 90, and that scares the jeeps out of me. But yeah, so that is just a little update I wanted to give you guys, and a reminder that this is still all very new to us, and that I'm just loving the journey as well. And I think sometimes we can all just get a bit too caught up with the results and where we finish on the leaderboard or whatever. But yesterday was just an incredible day. I honestly still can't believe I ran Frickley. Like, it's such, that was almost my sort of badminton. Like, I know I always say everyone's got their own badminton, like their own goal, their own thing that they really, really want to do. And for me, running Frickley was one of those. So yeah, that is a massive tick off the bucket list. I am so like happy and privileged, and just feel so lucky to have Percy and to have got to this point already this season. Like, just can't believe it, to be honest. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and for following and sharing this journey with me. I know I say it every time, but it really, really does mean the world to me, and to my amazing sponsors who make all this possible, because let me tell you, eventing ain't cheap. But yeah, I will see you all very, very soon for another video, so make sure to subscribe, and I will see you later, guys. Bye bye.